Hey guys, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. I want to go ahead and talk about Marlo Hampton. She went on to David's podcast, Behind the Velvet Rope. I'll link it down below, but I want to talk about some of the highlights, okay? She was asked about Cynthia and Porsha and said, I miss Cynthia and Porsha, and I want Cynthia and Porsha back on the show. You guys, I was kind of shook because if you remember a couple of weeks ago, she went on to the Wendy Williams show when Wendy Williams was a thing. When she was interviewed by Michael Rappaport, and she said during filming, she did not even notice that Porsha was not there. Okay, the season is so good. The season is so juicy. Season 14 is one of the best seasons that you don't even notice the absence of Porsha the Williams. And I'm like, okay. So back then, and I thought that was bullshit. I just kind of felt like you're jealous, you're mean, you're nasty, you're shady. Okay, you just don't like the girl. You don't like the fact that she found to come up. You don't like the fact that her fiance is rich and don't need this shit no more. You don't like the fact that it's not you. You don't like the fact that Porsha is the real peach juice and you're really limeade. You don't like the fact that Porsha is the real peach juice and you are prune juice. You don't like the fact that Porsha is peach juice and you out here drinking grapefruit juice, sis. All that bitterness, yeah, it's giving better. So I'm just like, yeah, bullshit. But in this podcast, she said, oh, well, I actually miss Cynthia. I actually miss Porsha. But y'all, it's not for the reasons that you would think. Go ahead and check out this clip.
I was a little sad because I'm like, damn, started with half of these girls. And when I finally had my moment, the girls I've grown with, the girls I have history with are not here. I miss Cynthia, I miss Nene, I miss Porsha because I feel this was a time when they should have celebrated me.
Marlo, you are shady. Okay, Marlo is a shady character. She's crazy. And I'm starting to realize how her brain works. I believe her brain works in delusions because she wants Porsha and Cynthia back on the show and she misses them because she feels as though I came up with these girls, okay? We came up together. So the fact that now I have my peach and now they're off the show kind of makes me feel a ways because I feel as though they should be on the show celebrating me and throwing me a party and chipping in together to give me a $200 bouquet of flowers like how they did Nene. And they should be, just happy for me at the fact that I have my peach. And I translated that to, oh, so you just want to stunt on them. You wish they were here so that you could stunt on them to be like, ha, 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 I got my peach. And it's kind of like, Marlo, you are so childish. You are so childish. We're going to have to call you Petty LaBelle, honey. But I thought that was really weird because even if you truly wanted these women to celebrate you, I find it interesting that you would expect or want Porsha to, go out on a limb and celebrate you, seeming as though you definitely were sitting up there at the dungeon reunion talking about some galloping, okay? Okay, Marlo, remember when you was doing all that? Remember when you basically alluded to the fact that you thought that Porsha Williams looked like a donkey or a horse? But you want her to celebrate you, right? Remember at the reunion where she got up because y'all were being haters, grade A haters, and she was like the pageant queen she is. Okay, the real Miss USA. And then you called Porsha fat. You said sis need lipo, body shaming and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't understand why Porsha would ever celebrate your ass. You're a mean girl. And then Cynthia, I don't really understand why Cynthia would celebrate you too. Like, I don't remember Cynthia and Marlo really having that bad of a relationship, but I do remember it was two instances. The first one was when it was Snakegate and Nene and Yvonne were both being snakes. And then in that little room where everybody was going crazy, you had Marlo talking about some sit your ass down, shut your ass up, Bob Marley, and this, that, and the third. And Marlo was like, I love you like a sis. And Cynthia was like, yeah, whatever. I love you too. That shit was so weird. But yeah, you called her Bob Marley. And then there was another instance, I believe in the prior season before that, where Marlo went to hell in on Cynthia, excuse me. But yeah, I just don't understand. Like, do you want Porsha and Cynthia to get the guy from Phipps Plaza, the salesman from Fendi from Phipps Plaza, to come to Porsha's new house to lay out a spread of Fendi's latest pieces so that you can then come over and then shop for your own shit when you literally can just go to the Fendi store? Y'all, I'm really confused. Anyways, moving right along. Later on in the podcast, she went the hell in. Okay, Marlo went. Oh wait, and then speaking of Porsha, yeah, we're not done with Porsha because y'all know this is the Porsha Stan Network. She went on and said that Porsha will be back. She will be playing with these girls again. She's going to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta as soon as Simon Gobadia's checks run dry. As soon as the money dries up. And I'm like, again, we get hating ass Marlo. You are upset because Porsha is the real peach juice. I just cannot with Marlo. She's funny as hell. And we love her because she says a whole bunch of ridiculous shit. But sometimes the ridiculousness of it all just turns into you just being a mean girl. And then that's where I'm have to criticize her. That's where I have to drag Marlo because I went into this season really hoping that I would like Marlo, despite you calling Porsha a horse, despite you calling sis fat. I went into the season giving Marlo a blank slate, and I was like, I'm here for Marlo. I believe she's going to make the girls work. I believe she's going to start good drama. But it's nothing but you just talking shit about everybody being a mean girl, and we just don't know why. Like, I feel like Marlo Hampton needs therapy because I think, the way she treats other women it stems from her childhood, and it stems from not being wanted, and she has to do the work. Now, you guys, later on in the podcast, Marlo Hampton went to hell in on Kenya Summer Moore, Drew Sidora, and Sheree Whitfield because David brought up the fact that the women are always bringing up the fact that she got her money from older white men, and they love to speculate about how Marlo affords her Rolls Royce and how Marlo affords her home and how Marlo affords the labels and this, that, and the third. And Marlo said, I'm sick and tired of these women speculating about how I get my money. Let's talk about them. And that's where I kind of do agree with Marlo Hampton because it's like we're sick and tired of hearing about the same regurgitated storylines. We don't care where Marlo gets her money from. Now, would I love to know who the billionaire is? Ted Turner, allegedly? Absolutely. But I'm sure Lipstick Alley and Reddit already figured that out 10 years ago. So it's nothing but a quick Google search. I'm sure it's out there. But she said, why don't we ever speculate about how Drew Sidora gets her money, seeming as though she's only in a made-for-TV movie every 10 years? Chile. Why don't we ever speculate how Sheree gets her money, seeming as though she's been talking about spring, September, summer? Okay, but yet we have yet to purchase not one jogger. Why aren't we speculating about how Kenya Summer Moore gets her money when her products are only sold in the south side of Atlanta where Candy live? Marlo, you ain't shit. Go ahead and check out this clip.
Sheree, spring, summer, and fall has come and gone, and I still can't buy a jogger. Then let's go to my sister Summer Moore. Her hair care is only in CVS on the south side of Atlanta near Candy's house. My girl Drew, she pops up here and there on a made for TV movie.
Marlo, you are one shady character. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the situation. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.